I'm obsessed with the writing style. This is written so beautiful and I'm only 99 pages in. What's the female main character's name? Ricki. I do this all the time. Her name is literally on the front of the cover. You know, that's just the power of a good book, I guess. So I don't know. Good morning to my chapter besties. I am so happy to be in the new year, 2025. I'm not gonna say it's starting out good and it's only January 5th. So or January 6th. So if I keep this up, we're gonna have a good year. I don't know. Like, God is really blessing me and my husband, and it's just, I wish everybody, you know, felt the way that I feel this morning. Just very joyful, just very happy. So I wish that for all of you. Happy New Year if I didn't say it to you yet. But in this video, I'm going to be, for the next week or so, I'm going to be letting a random generator choose what I read. So the books that I read, I already wrote them all down. That's on my Kindle TBR. And then the books that I have, well, some of the books that I have at home that I need to read that aren't part of other videos. And this is a really big deal for me because I'm a very big mood reader. So if the random generator tells me to read a book and I'm not in a mood to read it, or that genre, it might be a little situation. So I'm gonna put everything in the generator and then we're gonna spin together. I'm not gonna do it on screen, I'm gonna do it off screen, input all the information, and then I'll come back and we'll spin together and see what happens. I'm excited. Okay, so I have everything in. I have about 11 books, and there are some that are suspense, some romance. I think it might be some literary fiction on here. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But anyway, I'm gonna start screen recording and we're gonna spin the wheel. So here we are. We're about to do it. Spin. All right, let's see what our first book for this vlog is going to be. A Love Song for Ricki Wilde by Tia Williams, which is crazy because I wanted to read a paperback. Well, this is hardcover, but I wanted to read like a physical copy. And I did want to read that this week or this month because I think it was on my, was that on my Tim Before the End? I'm not sure, but yeah, I did want to read that in January, and I did want to read, like I said, a physical copy book first. So I'm excited. So let's get into it. I will say that I have heard mixed reviews about this. People saying how like it has a little bit of magical realism in it, historical fiction, which I don't mind historical fiction, but fantasy and magical realism are kind of genres that kind of just, I don't know, they're not my genres, I'll just say that. And so yeah, but they say it's like really mixed well with the romance, magical realism, historical fiction pertaining to the Harlem Renaissance. So I don't know, I'm excited. So this book, let me see what it's about. It has a lot of reviews here from Emily Henry, Emily Griffin, Leah Johnson, Kennedy Ryan, Robin Lee. And so Ricki Wilde has many talents, but being a Wilde isn't one of them. As the impulsive artistic daughter of a powerful Atlanta dynasty, she's the opposite of her famous socialite sisters. Where they're long-stemmed roses, she's a dandelion, an adorable bloom that's actually a weed, born to float wherever the wind blows. In her bones, Ricki knows that somewhere a different, more exciting life awaits her. When a regal non-agenarian, is that the right word? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Miss Della invites her to rent the bottom floor of her Harlem brownstone. Ricki jumps at the chance for a fresh beginning. She leaves behind her family, wealth, and chaotic romantic decisions to realize her dream of opening a flower shop in New York City. And just beneath the surface of her new neighborhood, the music, stories, and dazzling drama of the Harlem Renaissance still simmers. So I'm wondering, like, I don't know if y'all remember, like, African American shows like Martin Living Single. I think Moesha did it, where they went back into like the Renaissance time. They're present, but they went back into Renaissance time. And I don't know if that's one of these things. And I didn't like them episodes, so this is gonna be interesting. One evening in February, as Curiously off-season scent of night-blooming jasmine fills the air. Ricki encounters a handsome, deeply mysterious stranger who knocks her world off balance in the most unexpected way. Set against the backdrop of contemporary Harlem and 1920s decadence, A Love Song for Ricki Wilde is a modern fairy tale of two passionate artists drawn to the magic and romance of New York and whose lives are irreversibly linked. Alright, well, we're gonna get into it. It's only, I don't even think it's 400 pages. The book is only 339 pages, so it's not bad. I don't plan on DNFing it if I don't like it, because I like Tia Williams as an author, and I really hate DNFing books because you never know how it's going to end. And I learned that with Honey and Spice, a few other books in 2024 where I decided to continue with it because you just never know how it's going to end. And I know that for a fact, that I've liked books in the end that I hated in the beginning, and I was like, what the freak am I reading right now? So yeah, we're going to get into this and see what it's about. I'll update you guys when I have something to say. Maybe 50 pages, and maybe normally I do like the first 2 chapters and see how I feel about it, and then update you, and then I'll do like 50-page updates, and we'll go from there. So we'll see. I'll see. Okay, so side note, I'm only on page like 16 right now, but on page 15, I used to write poetry. I love poetry, especially Langston Hughes, and I love the reference to him in his poem, "What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun?" I definitely think so. Ricki is kind of like the black sheep in her family right now, is what I'm seeing. She wants to, her family owns, they're rich, they own a funeral home in Atlanta, or funeral homes, and she wants to be a florist. She's an Instagram florist influencer on social media, and her family is kind of like shunning her for not following the family business. And I always commend kids who don't do what their parents want them to do. I was that type of person where I didn't do what my parents and grandparents wanted me to do. Some of them wanted me to go to college and do all these things, but college was not for me. And I ended up getting married at 18 years old, and so I'm still married to this day, but I always have gone against the grain. Like, I don't do what people want me to do. It has to feel good to me. And so I love when I read that in a book, because I can really resonate with that. But yeah, I love the Langston Hughes reference, so we'll see if there's more of that, and I'm excited. Like, it makes me want to really start reading and getting back into writing poetry again, but who knows what will happen. I'm a huge 7 Days in June fan. That was my favorite book in 2024 out of 113 books that I read, and they just reference Eva Mercy's erotic novels in this book. I love it. I love to see it. I am not moving very quickly, but I'm moving. So we'll see how far I can get today. I just popped on to say that because I absolutely just ate that up, because I thought it was the most, that book was everything to me. So I'm hoping that this will follow suit, and I can like really be like, Tia Williams. Good morning, chapter bestie. It is Tuesday. I didn't check in with you guys last night, but I did end up reading up to I'm on page 129, chapter 10. The chapters are kind of long in this book, but I'm really enjoying the vibes of the book. It's not, so the reviews are kind of like historical fiction. It is some historical fiction elements with the Harlem Renaissance and all that stuff, but it's kind of like a cute, I don't know, it's cutesy. Very cutesy, very demure, very mindful. But I haven't really got into the romance yet. My favorite chapter so far is chapter 7, because that's when Ezra and what's the female main character's name? Ricki. I do this all the time. Her name is literally on the front of the cover. Ricki and Ezra kind of start talking, and their conversations are so deep, they're so meaningful, they're powerful. Like, he gets her, she gets him a little bit, because I think he has a secret that he's not sharing. But we're gonna read, I'm gonna try to finish up the rest of this book today, but I would have to like not do anything for the rest of the day, but plausible, I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, let's get into it. Oh my gosh, y'all. So Ezra has this thing where he doesn't like to cuss in front of women because he's like chivalrous and he's like, you know, just respectful of women. So swoon worthy right here. Oh my gosh. So he says, hold on, let me find it. So she's basically talking about how she can't live up to her father's expectations, and he's like, listen, do you? So it goes on. He says, then nothing else matters, he told her. Love well, eat well, fuck well, and leave the world better off than you found it. That's success. Ricki folded her arms across her chest. You're not gonna apologize for fuck well? Ezra curled his mouth into something dangerous, somewhere between a smirk and a grin. Leisurely, he finished off his water. I never apologize for fucking well. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm eating this up. Hello, my name is Angie, and I have a problem with muumuus. If you're new here, I wear muumuus, and I wear the same two, I think I have 3 muumuus all the time, so don't judge me. They're clean, trust, and I'm clean too. I just like to put my muumuus on, and sometimes I wear them back to back. And this was my granny grands who passed away, so I love this one the best. But anyway, I just got to the part with the magical realism, and I'm gonna wait to, no, I'm gonna say what I need to say right now. I don't think magical realism is that bad. I'm not a magical realism girly, and I think if I read the right fantasy book, I would like fantasy too. Depending on how this ends is going to, you know, shape my opinion. But I'm really curious now because I got to the part where it's like, oh shoot, this is the magical realism thing. And it was done very, not swiftly, but just like organically almost, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. I did not think, you know, I went to this book and I saw the reviews about how people, it wasn't what they expected, and it was like magical realism, and I was like, oh shoot, I done bought it now, I gotta read it. So I'm just curious to finish the book now. I did take a nap earlier, like, I think it was like 2 hours nap. I guess that's going to sleep, not taking a nap. I went to sleep earlier. I'm back up and I read about, I don't know how many pages, but I'm going to continue reading. And yeah, I don't know. I'm curious now. I'm curious. I'm intrigued. So I'm going to touch base with y'all again when I have something to say to y'all, because this is getting interesting for sure. Good morning, chapter besties. It is Wednesday and I am just about finished with this book, so we'll be starting a new book today for sure. Definitely. I'm on page 311 and there's 339 pages in there, so I'm gonna eat my little breakfast and then finish this book up. But so far it's really good. Like I was telling y'all, I was not expecting magical realism or to like magical realism. I don't know, it's written in a way that is kind of beautiful. It reminds me of like a Hallmark movie. You know them Hallmark Christmas movies where it's like Christmas magic, like it gives that. Literally, it gives that, where your person just magically shows, you know, it's crazy. So I really like it. I'm interested to see what we're going to be reading next, because it kind of is putting me in the romance mood. It's kind of a different, A Love Song for Ricki is kind of a different romance, because at the same time I love it, I can't get over the fact that, actually, you know what, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to give anything away. But anyway, I'm excited to read our next book, so we'll be back with a random generator and to decide what we read next. So if you've read A Love Song for Ricki Wilde, let me know your thoughts in the comments, because I'm curious as to what you feel, especially if you're not a magical realism person. But it makes me want to, I read for fantasy, and so it kind of is next level fantasy. Obviously, like the fiction books that we read, they're not real. They're fake as hell. So it's like reading magical realism is the next step to fake in reality and escaping and all the things. But a subscriber, actually a new subscriber, suggested to me putting in the book, or linking the books that I read or that's in the video. So I'm going to start doing that, and if you guys have any more suggestions for me, I am open to them. So don't think like I'm like, I know what I'm doing, like, you know, I'm open to them as long as it's, you know, reasonable and all those things. So I'm definitely going to start doing that in my videos going forward. So yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited for reading. I'm excited. I love reading and I enjoy it, and I love the magic to it. And this is really giving that. Okay, so I just finished A Love Song for Ricki Wilde. I give it 4 stars. The ending was really cute, and I just enjoyed it, especially for magical realism and all the things. I'm now interested into more magical realism that is kind of written kind of similar to that, but yeah. So anyway, we're going to choose our next book. Well, the random generator is going to choose our next book. Hopefully I get a romance, because after that I'm just in the romance mood, but I don't know, we'll see. So let's spin and see what we get. A Love Letter to Whiskey. That's long as hell, so that's probably going to be this video because that book is like 600 pages. It's on my Kindle too, so that's fine. But I thought we were gonna do like 3 books in this video, but you never know. So I'm gonna brush my teeth real quick, and then I am going to write in Goodreads. Because one of my goals for 2025 is making sure that I write real reviews on Goodreads, and you know, just keep it up to date with my Goodreads. I just want to, you know, do something new, because I didn't start doing Goodreads until like November of last year, so they only clocked me with like reading 18 books or something like that, and I definitely read 113. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna come back and give y'all the synopsis on A Love Letter to Whiskey, and then we'll start reading that. Okay, so A Love Letter to Whiskey, 608 pages. It was published in 2021. It says, this is not your typical love story. It's a story of almost and could have been, of friendship that teeters on the edge of something more, of passion so intoxicating it burns. Jamie and B are 2 hearts caught in a tangle of bad timing and unspoken words. Their connection defies labels, too deep for friendship, too tangled for love. Over a decade of moments, choices, and missed opportunities, they find themselves drawn together like a moth to a flame, even when the world and their own mistakes keep pulling them apart. Is it obsession, destiny, or self-destruction with a pretty face? Sometimes love isn't about finding the right person. It's about the moment when everything aligns. But what if that moment never comes? So this is a special edition that I'm reading. It's A Love Letter to Whiskey, the full heart-wrenching story, and then Love Whiskey, Jamie's side, plus an extended epilogue, bonus content including behind-the-scenes stories, fun facts, and letters from the author and audio narrator. Okay, so, well, we're gonna get started on it, and hopefully it'll be good. Like I said, 608 pages. I'm hoping that I can get another book in this vlog, because for some reason I do not like doing 2 books. I like 3 books in vlogs for some reason. I don't know, it's just me. So yeah, let's start reading. I'll check in with you guys in a couple of chapters, and yeah. Okay, so I'm reading the foreword, a letter from the author, and it talks about, she's saying how the ending of A Love Letter to Whiskey. I guess the original ending left on kind of cliffhanger vibes, because she talks about like joking around how like some of the readers wanted to strangle her and whatnot, and so that's why she created the bonus epilogues and all that stuff for Jamie's side of the story. So, and you know, all this bonus content that she has in it. So I don't think the original book was 608 pages. I think it was far less than that, or maybe like 400 pages, maybe, perhaps, I don't know. But I'm excited that she decided to write some closure to it, because I would have been pissed if I read the original. I'm one of those people, listen, I'll tell you guys this all the time, I need closure. I love epilogues. I love bonus epilogues. I need them. They're mandatory for me. Well, not mandatory, because I do read books that don't have them, but it leaves me, some books leave me wishing like, dang, you know, now I have to sit in my head and picture how they ended up, or, you know, what they're doing. And, you know, that's just the power of a good book, I guess. So I don't know. Oh my goodness, y'all, let me tell y'all, so I'm 99 pages into this book. I took a nap earlier. Yes, I did. I should be further along, but your girl was out. Like, I was tired. But this, so y'all know, if y'all don't know by now, I'm a romance girly down to the core. And I am a former relationship coach. I still do a little coaching here and there with relationships and stuff like that, but I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love. I do. And a portion in this book sums up romance books and romance readers. It says, it's not. I read romance because it's fun to fall in love, and with romance books I get to do it over and over. I get to be different types of lovers. I get to feel the heartbreak of love and the successes. Love is the most powerful and real emotion we feel, and I think it's sort of magical that we can experience some of the greatest loves of all time through books. If that does not sum up why I love romance books so much, I don't know what is. Like, that was like the perfect, just so perfect. But anyway, it's 7:42 p.m. I'm gonna try to read at least another 50-75 pages or so, but I'll touch base before I take it down for the night. It'll probably be like in another 4 hours, because this has been literally like one eternity later. Like, yeah, because I have tried to been seeing how I like vlogging without doing a whole lot of montages, especially because I knew I was not going out of the house for a few days this week. I'll probably go out tomorrow, and today's Wednesday. I'll probably go out tomorrow, Thursday. I'll definitely be out, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday, definitely Sunday for church. But I've been trying to see how like vlogging will do, how my videos will go without doing a whole lot of montages. But I really like the montages though. Let me know y'all's thoughts. Do y'all like montages? Especially like just clips of people reading. I love to, me personally, I love to see it. But I also love videos too where they just kind of update you as they're reading. So I don't know. But yeah, this book is really, really good. I'm obsessed with the writing style. I'm obsessed because I love first person, and I love how it started off. And I'm like, the analogy to whiskey is just, this is written so beautiful, and I'm only 99 pages in. I feel like this book is going to be excellent, like worth the long read. And you know, a lot of the times you have to be careful with romances that are super duper long, because it can kind of just get like, what are we even talking about right now? But this is gonna be good. I'm claiming it, but I don't know why, but it's giving somebody's gonna die for some reason. I don't know, and I don't like that, because I don't want to be sad, but it's kind of giving me the feeling of the Laura Nolan books, If Only I Had Told Her and If He Had Been With Me. I don't know, it's giving me that vibe that something bad is gonna happen to these two. But we're gonna keep reading, and I'm gonna keep vlogging. Okay y'all, so we gotta have a conversation. I've been MIA all day. It's Thursday. It's like almost 6:00 p.m. and I finished, so in the book that I'm reading, A Love Letter for Whiskey, there's the first portion of the book, and then the author kind of did like a Now authors re-release their books and they might add like Kennedy Ryan did it with Real, where Real was released I think in like 2021, and she released it with a 7,000 not page but words maybe bonus epilogue or something like that. So that's what this author did in the second part of the book, which is Love Whiskey, and that's basically telling his version, Jamie's version of the events and all that he's feeling, and I think what happens after the fact. But the first part, which was told from B's perspective, absolutely a freaking masterpiece. And when I read the first 3 pages of Love Whiskey in that, my heart literally melted. Like, I've been engrossed in it all day. I did not think I was going to finish this book so fast. I mean, I'm still in the middle of it, but I'm on his part now, which is not going to take me too long. But I did not think I was going to finish this book so quickly. Like, I thought this was going to be the last book that we did in this vlog, and it's probably not. I am I'm claiming it now. So I'm going to run this video back at the end of the year. I'm claiming it now. This probably is going to be in my top 10, if not my top 3, if not my #1 book of 2025. And I have not even read 10 books yet. Oh my gosh. The writing style, the content, like the emotional roller coaster, the tension. Like, even though there was a part where B started getting on my freaking nerves because she was like self-sabotaging a little bit. But the author, she's freaking wonderful. She's freaking wonderful. And I know when an author gets me, because I don't know if y'all are like this, but when an author truly gets me, I'm going and checking to see what else they've written so I can add it to my little ending TBR. I cannot stress to y'all enough, if y'all have not read A Love Letter to Whiskey, it's on Kindle Unlimited. What are you doing? Go read it. Please go read it, because I'm gonna come back obviously and tell y'all how I liked Love Whiskey, which is, like I said, his version of his events. And y'all know I love a dual point of view. If you don't know, now you know. I love a dual point of view, and to get his perspective on how he was truly feeling instead of how she thought he was feeling, chef's kiss, y'all. Chef's kiss. I'm sorry that I have neglected the vlog today, but that's what I've been doing. I've been engrossed, like really page turning. Oh my gosh, the way that this book is written. Okay, we need to have a conversation. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I just finished A Love Letter to Whiskey. I told y'all I've been finished the first part, but I finished the second part. Absolutely love the epilogue. Could not put this book down. I would not recommend it if you're not like a seasoned reader, or if you're like intimidated by big books. But if you are a seasoned reader and you love romance, tension, a lot of self-sabotage in it, but it had a lot of tension in it, like the romance, the spice, everything. Y'all, it was so perfect. But it's Friday officially, so we're going to spin the wheel and see what we're going to get into next. Hold one moment, let me get my phone and we'll do this real quick because I'm excited. After I finish that, I'm going to bed now. I'm putting my drops in and I'm going to bed. I'm taking a break from reading because I've literally been reading a lot today and I'm tired. I'm really, really tired. So let's go in here and see. I loved... Y'all don't even understand. If you read A Love Letter to Whiskey, talk to me in the comments, because I need to know how you're feeling about it. I want to know. I want to know. Is it just me? Am I being over the top? Like, what? I just loved it. Okay, so we still have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 books in here. We've read 2 so far. So this book right here is going to be the last book for this vlog. So I'm excited about that. So let me start my screen recording. All right, so let's spin and see what we get to start tomorrow. I'm sleeping really, really good. And Variation. That is by Rebecca Yarros, I think. So for me, one of my goals for 2025 reading goals, I don't know if I told you guys this, is to read a new author. And so I read 2 new authors already. Well, this will be my 2nd new author. Candy Steiner, she wrote A Love Letter to Whiskey. I've never read anything from her. And so, did I tell you this already? I don't know, but I'm gonna say it again, and if I did, I'll just cut it out. But yeah, so I'm excited to keep up this new author, because I don't want to, when you find your favorite author, like, it's cool, but you don't want to you want to spread your wings, you want to expand. And so that's what I want to do. I don't want to just focus on like my favorite authors and get sucked into just reading them. I want to expand, and I want to read from new authors. I want to hear what new authors have to say, and I'm glad I did, because the writing in A Love Letter to Whiskey, how it was written like, okay, so I know we're on to a new book, but I have to go back to A Love Letter to Whiskey. It was written, so she was she was in publishing, and it was like she was writing, we were reading the book that she wrote. It was in first person, and I love, like, I bet you think I'm crazy right now, or I screwed this up. Like, she would talk like that, and I just, like, I ate it up. I ate it up. So let me go get, actually, you know what, I'm gonna get some sleep, and then we're gonna hop back in, and I'll tell you what Variation is about. I think it's a romance, or contemporary romance, if I'm not mistaken. But once I get that going, once I get some rest, should I say, I will hop back in and tell y'all what Variation is about, and then we'll start vlogging from there. So good night, y'all. For real. Good morning, y'all. For real this time. It is snowing outside in Georgia. Now, I love the snow. Back home in New Jersey, where they knew how to do things and treat the streets and stuff like that. I do not like the snow. I like to see it, but I'm not going anywhere today. So I lied to y'all. We were supposed to go to the coffee shop and read at the coffee shop. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're gonna be stuck in the house. Y'all gonna see the same old stuff y'all been seeing, because your girl had an incident, me and my husband, back in the 2014 Snowmageddon in Georgia. If you don't know about it, go Google it, and you'll understand why I'm staying my butt in the house. But anyway, I told y'all the last time I was going to tell y'all what Variation by Rebecca Yarros is about. I'm going to put these dishes up. Actually, you know what? Let me go get my Kindle now. Okay, so the thing is, I wanted to read shorter books in this vlog, maybe like 350-ish, but Variation is a good 459 pages. So I was hoping for like a shorter book that I knew I could finish by Sunday, because we're going Monday through Sunday for this vlog. But I don't know. I just realized this just came out November 2024, so that's good. That's amazing. It says elite ballerina Allie is no stranger to pressure. With her mother's eyes always watching, perfection was expected. Ooh, I hate that. No matter the cost. But when an injury jeopardizes all she sacrificed for, Allie returns to her summer home to heal and recover. But the memories she's tried to forget rush in and threaten to take her under. As a Coast Guard rescue swimmer, Hudson Ellis knows that hesitation can mean the difference between life and death. He's always prided himself on being in the right place at the right time, especially when it came to Allie, until the night he left for basic. After the biggest regret of his life, the secrets he keeps mean he can never be with the one woman he wants more than his next breath. Interesting. When Hudson's niece shows up on Allie's doorstep, desperate to find her birth mother, Allie finds herself in an unimaginable position. Allie and Hudson's past and present might be endlessly complicated. The thread that tied them to each other all these years ago may have unraveled, but the truth could pull them back together or drive them apart forever. So this sounds like some tea, some family tea, something. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up real quick, and then we're going to start our continue our reading vlog for variation. So I'm excited about this, and I'm also excited that it's new, because sometimes I feel like do y'all ever feel late to the party when you read an old book from like 2020 or 2019, 2018? I read a lot of those last year, but they were really, really good. And I'm like, dang, I wish I had read it then, but whatever. So yeah, the snow is pretty, but it's gonna be pretty inside. Okay, so let's chat, y'all. So I'm about 50 pages in. So I'm a person too that loves when books go, like when it says 11 years ago or 5 years ago, and then it picks up in present time. But then when it picks up in present time, it picks up with like a mystery aspect to it. And so I'm at a point now where Hudson and Allie have some tension going on, and we don't know what the tension is. And I feel like it's going to be one of them books where you could possibly be like 50% into, and I don't know, like, do you guys like books where you're 50% into the book and then that's when they show what transpired between the characters or whatever, the plot or whatever? Or do you like books where they tell you immediately and then you see them work through it? I don't really have a preference. I don't know, like I haven't, but I feel like this might be one of those things where it might happen early, maybe about 40%, and then you see them kind of work through it. But something big happened, something big transpired. And from my understanding, I think this might be the authors, because this is the author of I believe Fourth Wing, if I'm not mistaken. Don't get me to lying. I think it is, because I feel like somebody was complaining about how dare she release Onyx, or release this book before she releases Onyx. So I think this is the same author from Fourth Wing. But they say this is her first romance, even though it's contemporary romance. So she's doing a good job so far with the tension of the characters, and I'm just seeing them together for the first time. So I don't know, I really like that. I'm not as far as I would like to be in the book. I obviously probably, depending on how tomorrow goes, but I probably won't finish it in this vlog, which is unfortunate because next Monday we'll be starting a new vlog. But I am excited for this book. I love when in the first 50 pages I am like invested and I want to keep turning the page. So another thing too, I told you guys I'm not into fantasy, but they say that for people that are not into fantasy, Fourth Wing is a good place to start. So let me know your thoughts, because my first fantasy book that I read in 2024, I read one chapter and I was like, I can't do this. It was my first DNF of my life ever, and I'm like, I can't. Like, what are we even talking about right now? I didn't like it. So hopefully, I did hear that Fourth Wing is good for people that are romance readers and they want to get into the fantasy thing. But I don't really know if I want to get into fantasy. Maybe I'm just happy where I'm at. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to finish some of this book up and then fix me something to eat. And yeah, we're going to chill out, still vibe. We have all day Saturday tomorrow, and then all day Sunday. Well, not all day Sunday, because I'm going to be in the house of the Lord. You know, the Lord comes first in this home right here. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. But yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a good, really, really good reading week. And I love really, really good reading weeks. Absolutely love it, because it's like you get fulfillment from it, you get excitement from it. And I just love when I read a good book, and good books in multiple weeks. It's like chef's kiss. Gosh, so let me tell y'all this book, I didn't see it coming, but there's something that transpires where the plot thickens, and I have some ideas of how this book is going to end or what's going to transpire in it, but I don't know. It is definitely giving mystery. It's definitely giving tea, literally and figuratively. It's just, yeah. tomorrow I'm uploading a video or like a short about how I haven't been in a book funk or a book slump in like years, and how a part of my reading goals is to try a new author, and this author is really, really good. I love the writing. I love the tension between the characters. There is a trope in here that I was not expecting, because I don't know, I don't read a lot of contemporary romance, but do you guys see a lot of tropes in contemporary romance? Because like fake dating and surprise pregnancy, I don't know, because I just read like regular romance books most of the time. They're not like contemporary romance, because I feel like contemporary romance is more has a little bit more depth to it than like a regular romance. But I don't know, I say that a lot in my videos, right? Like, what do I know? But anyway, yeah, I'm excited. It's almost like midnight right now, and I'm probably gonna be up late again. It's 11:35. I'm on page, I think I'm over 100 pages now. So I may finish this book by Sunday, I don't know, but it's really, really good. It's really making me want to go read Fourth Wing after this. Oh, and I just realized I have another Rebecca Yarros book on my shelf, and it's The Things We Left Unfinished or something like that. So I'm like, okay, I did not know that I had another book by her, but that book definitely sounded good, so I'm gonna read that soon. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in with y'all, let y'all know the plot has thickened. I have to tell y'all a little secret, okay? I am 60% into this book, and it is so good. I love books, and y'all can tell me if y'all feel this way too, but I love books where, I love smut. I'm not gonna even deny that. Like, I love smut for real. But it's something about smut that is so much better when the tension builds and they finally get to that point. And the author, Rebecca Yarros, she has done a phenomenal job of making me a believer. Like, phenomenal job of building it up. So the only thing that I don't like about it is I'm 60% in, so I'm hoping that the original plot twist, because they kind of like, y'all ever read a book and it kind of gets away from what you thought the plot was going to be, and now you're like, okay, well, what happened to this situation? So they're kind of getting back on track to that now, because they did kind of get off track a little bit. But so far the book is excellent. Like, I don't know, like, I'm obsessed with it to the point where I have not even had time to do anything but read the book, or I didn't make time for anything but to read the book. But nonetheless, it's a good read, and I'm excited to finish it. I did not think, when I first started this, I did not think that I was going to finish it in the vlog, but I probably will be able to finish this with y'all and tell y'all my real full 100% thoughts on the book, as opposed to, because listen, the ending is important to a book, because I have read the endings of some books and I'm like, what the heck did I just read? Like, did I really waste my time on this? Like, what's happening right now? So I'm definitely gonna let y'all know how it ends and what transpires and all the things, as long as I have about 205 pages left of the book, so I can probably read like another 150 today. If I could probably finish it today if I really take the time, because it's so engrossing. And yeah, so we're gonna chill out this Saturday. The snow is finally melting. Let's go check it out. Well, it's sort of melting, so you can kind of see it's like really icy right now. Very frosty looking. So we need to talk. talk. One of the things that I love about reading is the fact that you can learn so much. And so if you love ballet, variation will, like, you will really love variation, especially if you love ballet and you love reading, because it's heavily based on ballet. And it was heavily based on ballet to the point where I had to Google some of the terms like principal, soloist, to find out what that means in the ballet world. And you know, some people may find that annoying, like, why would you want to do all that? But I just wanted to learn. I just wanted to understand better. And that's one of the things that I love about reading, just not even just vocabulary words, but just understanding, like, especially when you read historical fiction, because I am not a history person. Like, I do not care for history that much. And I'm not gonna get into reasons why, but when you're reading historical fiction, you learn so much. Like the book I read, Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate last year, and I learned a lot about shanty boats. I learned a lot about the children's Tennessee society, where kids were basically being taken and, you know, sold to basically the highest bidder. Like, they were being abused there and stuff. So like, you learn so much. And in the escape, and I love when authors like mix fiction with real life stuff, and they do it in such a beautiful way. Even though this is not historical fiction, but still, like, she's integrating ballet and fiction in a way that is just like gets me enthused. And yeah, this book is really good. I know I keep saying that, and I don't want to give it away, but the contemporary romance, I did not expect a lot of spice in contemporary romance, but y'all, it's given. It's given, and I'm literally obsessed with it. I did not know Rebecca Yarros. I just thought she was like a fantasy girly, like she wrote fantasy books, but she is hitting the spot. And as a fantasy lover, I'm telling y'all the truth, like, she is hitting the spot. But I just wanted to tap in with y'all and, you know, let y'all know my feelings on that, because, you know, it's just so fun to explore and learn different things. All right, y'all, so we are 77% into the book, so I want to finish at least 85%, if not all of it, because I have a feeling it's going to start getting really good when it's time for me to go to bed, and then I'm gonna be up all night, and then I'm gonna be tired when I'm in church trying to praise the Lord tomorrow. We don't need none of that. So yeah, hopefully when I try to end it at 85%, it doesn't make me want to turn the page and keep reading. But yeah, I think I'm at 77%. It's been a good day today. Like, I relaxed, I got some reading done. It's been a really good day, and I'm excited. You know, I think next week I'm not gonna do like a weekly vlog. I think I'm gonna do the book of the month vlog, like a reading vlog, one book, and then maybe the following week do a weekly reading vlog that way, because it's been a minute since I've done a reading vlog with just one book. So maybe we'll do that, I don't know. But yeah, let's finish some of this up, if not all of it. And yeah, y'all, I am reading right now, and things just got super duper deep. I don't know what's gonna happen, but whoa, things just got deep. Things took a turn. And so I told y'all this story has a little bit of mystery to it, and not like suspense thriller, but not like thriller or horror, but more like suspense, like secrets and stuff like that. And so the mother, well, let me say this, somebody just found out something important, but there's still another plot twist that the male main character Hudson has not shared yet. I think I have an idea of what it is. I'm almost 99% sure I know what it is, but yeah, the plot is thickening for sure right now. And this is what I was afraid of, that I was gonna reach something, a climax, to the point where I could not put the book down. And it seems like we're gonna finish this book tonight, so I can't win. Good morning. morning, y'all. It is Sunday. We're wrapping this vlog up. I did end up finish. I told y'all I was gonna do this. It was gonna be too good for me to finish. That book was so good. It had a lot of suspense in it, and it was like one of those things where they kept hitting you with twists. Not twists like that, but like you would think like one thing was gonna be the plot line, and then it hit you with another one, and then another one, and it was so good. I did end up rating it 5 stars on Goodreads, and I talked about how like it's a true depiction of parents, overbearing parents that kind of mean well, and some of them don't mean well with their children, and have these expectations and wanting them to follow in their footsteps and do all these things. How you might think you're helping your child, but you're really doing them harm. Great depiction of that. I absolutely love that book. That is one book that I would definitely read again, and that's probably the second book this month, even though I'm only at 5, that was, you know, that I would like be like, oh yeah, I would definitely read that again. So yeah, we're gonna end this vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a little chatty vlog. Just a lot of my thoughts, a lot of less montages, but we'll probably get back to, you know, spicing it up here and there, more montages next vlog, and you know, I don't know. We're gonna do what feels right and what feels good and what feels organic. Just what flows. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next one. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Hi, my name is Angie, and I love wearing muumuus. I have 3 of them. I wear them all the time, so get used to seeing them. But anyway, I have just reached the that was nasty. A love letter to whiskey. Oh, my battery's about to die.
It's probably not a good